there is growing concern over what has become the worst Ebola outbreak in history.
The deadly virus has infected more than 1,200 people in West Africa, including 2 American aid workers. So what is Ebola and what are the chances of it spreading here? Good question. John Lauritsen talked with some experts about this disease, and it's baffling to many of them, isn't it, John?
It really is baffling. And Ebola hemorrhagic fever, which is its real name, was first discovered in Africa in 1976. The virus pops up with a fury and then disappears for years before coming back again. That makes it hard to study, but the danger of Ebola is unmistakable.
I don't exactly know what Ebola is. I know it's a virus. It's a very strong virus.
Strong enough to force Liberia to close most of its borders. Ebola has spread like a wildfire in West Africa across 3 countries. And so far, this outbreak has claimed more than 600 lives, including one of Liberia's top doctors.
Any idea what Ebola is?
None of the major symptoms, no.
Do you know what the symptoms are of this?
No, I don't.
It starts out like a flu with muscle aches and a high fever, but those are minor symptoms compared to what happens next.
As the illness progresses, you'll start bleeding from your nose, from your eyes, hence the hemorrhagic part of it.
Dr. Rebecca Zadroga specializes in infectious diseases at HCMC. She says in many cases, a victim's skin will also fall off. While the symptoms are clear, many things about Ebola remain unclear.
So at this point, I don't think we really know what the original source was.
Many scientists believe the virus originated from an animal, possibly from bats, but that's not proven. It's also not exactly known how Ebola spreads, though the Center for Disease Control says it's likely transmitted through blood and bodily fluids.
Is it true, too, that you may not know you have it for a couple weeks?
That's correct. So that's called an incubation period.
Dr. Zadroga says even after a person contracts Ebola, it can take 3 weeks before they start showing symptoms.
But we've had a lull for many years without any outbreak cases. And then all of a sudden it showed up again. And why that happened, I'm not sure we really know.
And the question remains, could we see it here? Dr. Zadroga says she's not aware of a documented Ebola case in the United States. And the CDC said the chance of Ebola spreading to our country is actually low. Regardless, up to 90% of the people who get this virus eventually die from it. It comes in so fast, it works so quickly, and then it's gone. It'll just disappear for a while.
Yeah.
So it's so hard to study. You can't keep tabs on it.
Frightening.
Yeah,
it really is. Yes, definitely.
All right. Thank you, John.
If you have a good question for us, you can email John by going to WCCO.com/links.